I guess we're gonna pick the other option then.
Yeah, go
Apples.
bother the.
And
Can we-
spiders.
Can we say that during the time where people were like looking over stones and checking bodies, that like I helped scoop up the bones, like roughly 5 bodies back into their 5
Yes.
sarcophagi, just piled at the bottom?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely 100%.
Yeah, I'll mage hand to help that. I'm not going to touch a dead body, but like I understand.
Yeah. It'll take a few minutes, but it's not difficult work.
Yeah.
You won't touch a dead body, but you're like, we should search all the dead bodies.
Because it may or may not be important later. Who has the candle, whistle, and flask?
I have the whistle.
Candle.
Whistle there. I'll have the flask.
Okay, excellent. Just checking.
I took the sword.
Good. Just making sure.
We're gonna force Jeff to carry the candle.
Well, I figure I'm just sort of like nudging it around with a mage hand and then bringing it close to me as the mage hand ends.
As I leave the room, I say a quick prayer, and then shut the door.
Absolutely.
Or does the door shut when we take the torch away?
The door shuts, but you do not see a seal of magic come up.
I just to test. I put my hand over the candle, and do I feel no heat?
You feel no heat over the candle. Correct.
Cool. I'll just drop that thing in a pouch because I don't really need it.
Done. You now have a candle in a pouch.
Like that might be useful later.
I agree. So, where we stand now.
I mean, I arguably see better without it.
Where we currently stand, we have. Go ahead.
I believe to the west of us, assuming that upward is north.
Mm-hmm.
That's the initial chamber where we
caltrops. So many caltrops,
and then leading into the caltrops room. Yes.
Yes.
So I believe that's the. I turned to Ecto confirm. Is that the way back into Goblin territory?
From what we could see around the corner of the door, where the whole loud bard violence happened, that looked more like where I grew up around here.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Let's check and see if they've redone the caltrops room.
Now, you did pick up some caltrops, and I hope those of you who did put those on your sheet, because you may end up using them later. Who knows? It's amazing how many people neglect their inventories in D&D. So
I might have 2 bags of caltrops on my sheet.
You find yourself again in this empty room, with the door to the north that you know leads to the caltrop room. What are we up to right now? And let me actually go ahead and go around the table at the moment, because this is a new room and I want to see what are folks doing. Let's start bottom to top. Let's do Hyacinth. What are you up to?
Okay, so I'm gonna say that Hyacinth is probably moving a bit forward. We've been in this area before, but there's still it's been a whole night.
Mm-hmm.
And although we stoppered the room further ahead, by putting some cow chops there and by putting an illusion that says this caved in, don't come over here. There's still the possibility that this is gonna go roughly.
And that illusion's long since worn off.
What?
That illusion long since worn off.
Wolfie, I am using Google Meet for my captions, and I agree. They're pretty accurate. They're not 100% accurate. They are sometimes hilariously inaccurate, but I do very much enjoy them.
So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a simple, we're going to peek into the room, see if we can hear any new goblins in the area, see if they fix the cow traps, or if that, kind of path that we cleared is still open.
Mm-hmm.
Just as, a start.
Okay. Was that you saying what you're going to do, or was that your character actually doing something?
That's what my character's actually doing.
Excellent. So you open the door, and I'm going to give you a quick save really fast, because as you sort of creak the door open, the door hits a tripwire that is on the inside of the room. Even if you had checked for traps, you wouldn't have seen it. It was on the other side of the door. You open the door, it hits the tripwire, and a bucket of just the foulest, awfulest in every sense of the word, grossest crap falls and takes up the 4 squares, the 10-foot square right around that door. Everyone in that area, I'll go ahead and show that.
Thanks.
Is going to make a Constitution saving throw. Echo and Hyacinth, please.
Can I make a deck save to not get it on me?
The trap specifies Constitution save. Echo, you're fine.
That's fair.
But you are able to, and in fact, I will go ahead and say that both of you are able to avoid being absolutely covered with shit. And because I assume the door wasn't fully open yet, 2 arrows thunk into the other side of the door.
You are a kind and benevolent DM.
Calder will immediately like put up a finger to his lips to say quiet.
You're hunting weapons.
And
I'll turn over, like, after having the tunk tunk and the thing splash, like, I guess it was very loud as a, like, bucket hits the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I turn back to Calder and I'll be like, I think they know we're here.
I will whisper, trust me. I'll whisper, trust me. I'm going to ask everyone to move to the southernmost wall.
There's someone shouting in Goblin.
What did they say?
Yes. It's Echo. It's just so you actually Echo. Give me a perception check because there are some things you might be able to pick out if you're listening. Because being a goblin and a local, very nice. So you hear some things. First off, there are a couple of goblin voices that are sort of jeering insults at you, and you do hear the ordered, more militaristic voice of a hobgoblin giving orders.
Yikes.
I as I move to the southern wall, as I was bade, I'll whisper to everyone, they got a fucking hobgoblin in there now. They're fucking serious. I think they're upset that we killed people yesterday.
What? Hold on. Monsters in a dungeon that react to things that happened? What?
That doesn't happen.
That's madness.
Not in my D&D.
I'm going to use minor illusion to create a illusion of a wall in the area. It just as the illusion of a wall in front of the far wall.
Sure.
So like to make it look like the current far wall, so that
Yes.
it will when they like it'll hoping that they'll just like think that it's an empty room. And then I'm going to, like, as soon as I have like another couple of seconds, make an illusion of a shit covered Echo and Echo on the floor.
So, where are you placing the wall?
Like
right in front of them?
In front of Echo and in front of that wall, all the way to the door, and just like I'm just going to make the illusion just be a static.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. So you're making a vertical wall hiding yourself?
Like a vertical wall hiding everybody in the wall, so that when they open the door, they'll just see a wall.
Got it. No problem.
And
I understand the situation now.
And a corpse and a unconscious body that they will have to investigate or stab.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is let's go ahead and jump into initiative again, because who knows what's gonna happen. Go ahead. You can go ahead and re-roll your initiatives if you'd be so kind.
A little better.
Calder did pretty well there.
Nice.
That is significantly better.
Come on, roll.
14, very good. Has everybody got their initiatives in?
I don't think it took mine, so let's try that again.
And
I
did
see
everyone
yours.
move to the southern wall?
No, it didn't go through.
There it is.
There we go. That's actually correct.
Okay, so it will be Calder's turn.
This will be like the minor illusion to look like a body on the floor.
Totally. Yeah, makes sense. So you have a minor illusion, and you said an awful covered clarion lying on the floor is what is the illusion that you were making.
I was thinking Echo because they'll
Echo.
recognize Echo.
Yeah. Got it. So it is Clarion's turn. What are you up to? There are arrows flying. There are goblins yelling.
There's arrows flying and there's goblins yelling, and there is. So I can hear goblins yelling.
Yes. That said, they don't appear to be like the voices aren't coming closer. They're mocking you. They're jeering you, but they're not coming closer.
Don't have to come closer.
That's true.
I just have to be able to hear them, and they just have to be able to
That's
hear
true.
me. I cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, so Dissonant Whispers, and you absolutely can target either one of those two, Goblin 1 or Goblin. Is it an area thing, or is it a...
I think it's a single target.
It's a single target.
Okay.
Did Clarion hear the hobgoblin?
I said there was a hobgoblin.
Probably couldn't tell the difference between a hobgoblin and a normal goblin, though.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like Echo would be able to tell the difference right away.
What would happen is I would wind up targeting the last one of them I would hear, just because I'm using my ears to cast the spell into their ears.
The goblins are specifically jabbering at you. They would definitely be probably the ones that you would, or one of the ones that you would target. So go ahead and hit one of those.
Since I can't see them.
Yes.
How do I cast this? We had this problem last time.
I'm actually, just to make it easier, I'm just going to pull the goblin right next to you, and then I'll put it back.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You can target it in the combat tracker, but it's kind of a pain in the neck. So
yeah.
You can also like set your target to it so that if you just roll it, it automatically hits that thing.
That sounds very complicated.
It is, and that's why I don't use it. So you're whispering dissonantly.
Yep. It's a very but nobody else can hear it. That's the thing. The only creature that can hear it is Goblin 1.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else can hear it. They can kind of hear me playing my lute very slow, like very lowly, and it's a very you recognize this song from last time. It was very, very, very discordant and awful.
Is this the one that shows up right before you thunderwave us all?
No, you heard this before I attacked the spider.
No, I didn't. I was throwing up.
Okay.
All right, the goblin looks like it fails its save.
Nice.
So I do what? Attack then?
So there's a damage for you to roll onto it.
Damage. Okay.
Oh, that's so much damage. You drop it. You drop it instantaneously. Whatever you said to it,
around the corner,
it dies.
Must hear, like one goblin just start freaking out, and you don't hear the other goblins down. You just hear it.
The goblin will start gibbering like in Goblin. Get out of my head! 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 And his eyes and nose will begin to bleed as the dissonant whispers tear apart his brain from the inside. And you hear in Goblin, clear as a bell in the hobgoblin's voice, the word "caster, retreat." Those are the words that you hear in the hobgoblin's voice in Goblin.
All right.
It is Meepo's turn.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Sure.
Meepo isn't entirely sure what's happening. He'll hold. This goblin, which you can't see, or which you can see now, I'm going to make him not visible because he is going to move. Okay, I'm doing some things off screen with the other enemies. Give me just a moment. While I'm doing this, why don't each of you tell me we'll go top to bottom. So we'll start with Jeff. What is the thing that is right now going through your character's head in just like a sentence or two?
Calder is getting very annoyed that he's too clever for his own good. Like all this setup, and then they run away, the bastards.
How about you, Clarion? What are you thinking? What's in your brain right
I
now?
realize I jacked your spell.
What's Echo feeling right now?
Feeling hopeful, hearing the retreat sound given.
Hyacinth, what are you feeling?
Don, my freaking boots!
Echo, it is your turn.
All right. Hearing it, I will, again, not loudly, but in common, talk to the people in the room and say, like, they're sounding the retreat. They,
God damn.
whatever you did spooked them. And I'm gonna move forward here, and I'm giving Hyacinth the warning.
So
I'll start pushing open the door.
as you get close, you can tell that the caltrops have been sort of redistributed. There are two X's up at the top. Those two squares are free of caltrops. They've all been sort of rearranged and pushed more toward you. So there's still a big pile of caltrops there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
All right. I'm. Do I see anybody in the? down
There's
the long
nobody
hallway?
currently in your field of vision, no.
Are the caltrops difficult terrain?
They are difficult terrain unless you want to take a whole lot of damage.
20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, I can get there, and I will.
Hey, now you see something. One moment. There we go.
Is that a dead body?
No, it's a hobgoblin.
Rude.
Oh, the hobgoblin did not retreat.
It hasn't yet. I mean,
Is
we're in
the little-
initiative.
Is the little half wall there still there?
Yes, that little half wall is there. However, I'm only going to call it cover for anybody if you're like up next to it.
Adjacent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just like if I can, I'll lock eyes with that hobgoblin and give him a kind of like the and I'm holding my spear.
Mm-hmm. It snarls at you.
I'm gonna hold an attack if anybody gets within melee of me.
If anyone gets within melee, you will.
But I'm not going to do anything this turn.
Sounds good to me. I have a couple of other things to reposition, and it is Hyacinth's turn.
I'm gonna move in as well.
Mhm.
Also being careful. And I'm gonna hopefully not trigger an attack of opportunity.
You do not.
Okay. 20 feet of movement there. Can the hobgoblin see me?
No, you are not currently in its line of sight.
Okay, I'm gonna hide.
Okay, roll it.
Like out here in the open.
Totally. You're just
You know,
like just kind of like back against the wall,
Against the wall.
like don't see me, don't see me. And there is a goblin that is like trying to take all the attention, right? Making use of a distraction is a valid tactic. So
It's fine.
you think you are amazingly stealthy. You're like, I am the
so good.
night itself. But
The bucket.
yeah, no, not at all.
Yes.
Okay. It is Calder's turn, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna move to this door, like in front of the door, and look inside.
Okay. Again, you see Hyacinth and Echo making their way across the caltrops. The caltrops end 5 feet before that 3-foot wall, and you don't see the hobgoblin in the room beyond.
You see me looking at something.
But you do see Echo making like come at me eyes at somebody. Yes.
I'll cast Minor Illusion again and make a static image of a spider on the exact opposite wall.
Excellent.
Oh, that's fun.
Let me go ahead and pull that really fast. Let's see.
Like so,
assets.
it's like these things are known to be sneaky and deadly to these things. So I'm hoping that any like spiders in that hallway, the first thing they see will be spider and not us.
Okay, so I am dropping a giant spider
It's so cute.
in the area.
Ooh,
That's fine. That is okay.
So a giant spider appears in the room. That is very disturbing.
Real quick, arachnophobia warning.
Yes.
Yeah, hey, Chad,
Thank you. Good
arachnophobia.
call. Good call. Thank you for.
They must, if they wish to see through the illusion without touching it, they need to succeed an intelligence check for investigation against my spell save DC.
Phenomenal. The hobgoblin is going to attack it.
Okay, then it will pass right through it and be nothing, but it will waste its turn attacking an illusion.
Indeed. So the token, or so the spider appears. It rears up. The hobgoblin was looking at Echo, but immediately, like instinctively, hobgoblins are militaristic creatures. They're not going to be cowed very easily. Immediately turns and slices at the spider with his longsword. And there is a moment of confusion, of course, as the illusion dissipates. He wastes his turn.
The illusion is still there for other goblins. It's just to him, it looks like.
He can see through it. Got it.
He can see. It looks like faded and faint.
Got it. I probably shouldn't have removed it, but yes, that is there. Mm-hmm. Clarion, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna have to head my way towards things because I'm out of spell slots.
Yes.
So I guess I'm gonna start heading into ye old caltrop room.
Phenomenal. That hobgoblin really wanted to take a couple of shots at you while you were still on the caltrops. That's very unfortunate for it. I'm sure you're all broken up about it.
I'm just to pieces.
So, Clarion, what are you up to?
So I'm kind of working my way up into,
yeah.
But I'm kind of staying against the wall. The idea is, to keep myself kind of out of the way. So I'm kind of crouching as I go.
Mm-hmm.
Not particularly good at this like guerrilla warfare kind of shit, but I'm going to try.
Totally.
You got this. I believe in you.
You believe in me? All right. So can I make it up one more go?
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay.
You are at the limit of your movement for this turn.
So I can't see the hobgoblin.
Correct.
Here.
It is around the corner. Actually, can you not see it?
I can see it.
Yeah, I think it is just barely. Like I would give it 3/4 cover if you hucked something at it, but yeah, you can see where it is and that it's there. We are.
I'm gonna hold my action.
One of your actions was to move to the door. The other of your actions would have been to move across the caltrops.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold my attack action.
No, you used your action for.
Okay.
movement.
Yeah. Well, then I'm not doing anything now, am I? I just got where I got.
Yep.
Unless you have a bonus.
I don't have a bonus. I'm not a monk.
Or a rogue.
However,
or a rogue. Just a bard.
Meepo is going to go ahead and use his move to get into the caltrops in the corner. But instead of continuing forward, he will actually take a page out of what Clarion was going to do, and will begin whipping his sling above his head. And he will take. Actually, can he see? He can see. I'm going to give. Oof! I'm going to give it the -5 because he's more than half of him.
Yeah, he's got the same 3/4 that I do.
Yeah, definitely. But he is going to get to take a shot with his sling at a -1 total. Yeah, not even close. Unfortunately, he can't like curve the ball or curve the rock like an action movie.
On a bullet.
Yeah.
We will get you character levels one day, Meepo. I swear it.
Okay, some things are happening off screen. And it is Echo's turn.
Do I recognize this hobgoblin?
Do you recognize? That's an excellent question. Hobgoblin sergeants are short-lived in general.
I've been gone 10 years.
So you've been gone 10 years. 10 years is like a pretty long lifespan for an active hobgoblin who's actually like commanding goblins. So I'd say it's unlikely.
I'll call out to them in Goblin and say, we're here to recover a few things. If you don't want to die by our casters, I suggest you cooperate. And I'm gonna doop. Just move on over there.
Absolutely.
As I'm just talking to him.
Anymore, but okay.
So you dart forward.
Do I make an intimidation check? Like, what am I going to do?
So let's see.
I know hobgoblins aren't easy to intimidate.
They're
so
not
I'm kind
easy
of trying to
to.
persuade too.
And a hobgoblin specifically being intimidated by a goblin, I'll go ahead and let you do it, but take a -2.
So am I doing intimidation or persuasion?
Intimidation.
Okay.
It's not being persuaded by you.
-2. Intimidate.
It kind of like shakily,
wearing,
and that's going to take your action, by the way. That
totally.
that bit
but
of intimidation.
I'm wearing the earring from the goblin that I killed yesterday, my brother.
Nice. Oh,
So,
nice.
Hey, just other thing. It looks like you rolled your insight, not your intimidation.
Damn it.
It was still a very high natural roll, so that's fine. What was that? Who just did that? Copper Eye 83. Thank you for following. I appreciate you so very, very much.
Okay, so take 3 off of that roll. So that'd be 18.
It's still fine.
Okay.
You definitely like it's gonna have to wait until its turn, but it definitely looks shaken, as it were.
Cool.
There's a goblin there who's not doing anything, and it is Hyacinth's turn. You are currently standing in the middle of a horrible field of caltrops.
I'm gonna do a stupid thing.
I am always in favor of doing stupid things.
About to say that's pretty much our whole party.
All right, none of you can understand what I said either, because I said it in Goblin.
Yeah,
that's right. I don't understand a dang thing. I'm just coming up. I'm gonna like get over the low fence here, and just like parkour and just rape your first in this guy.
Go for it.
Parkour.
You and that blade are doing very, very well today. You do manage to stab it in the gut.
Though.
You don't get sneak, unfortunately, no.
Sneak though.
For 6 points of damage. Not bad. That is a significant blow. Like, this is not... hobgoblins are big, but they're not ogres.
Yeah.
Nice and nice. I love the St. Patrick's Day crit, Kistrel. That was the best. Do another one of those. Those are great. So Hyacinth, you move forward, you attack. That's that, I think, unless you have a bonus action. And you're not hiding right now.
No, I'm definitely not hiding anymore.
Okay.
I don't have any additional move left either, so.
Correct. It is Calder's turn.
It's because it's difficult terrain. I believe this is as far as I can
That
reach.
is indeed as far as you can reach with your movement, yes.
But I get pretty good visibility on him.
You do indeed.
So yeah, I guess frostbite, it does work.
Yep, and I will not, I won't levy any sort of penalty, although frostbite's a save anyway, so.
Yeah.
Go for it. He succeeds his save.
All right, nothing happens.
Nothing happens. This hobgoblin is going to begin to retreat, and Hyacinth, please take an attack of opportunity with a -2 as he exits your threatened square. He's trying to like back off. I forget. Okay, good. Hobgoblins don't have that nice little devious move thing that goblins have. Go ahead and deal some damage. Oh, you drop it. So it's clearly intimidated by this goblin who is telling it, of its own death. And then while it's trying to like back off a little bit, like, whoa, maybe I don't want any of this, Hyacinth comes up and just absolutely, why don't you tell me? Em, why don't you tell me?
Let's see. I'm assuming that I got him in the gut the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Because that seems about right for the angle I was coming in. And then as he's going away, let's just take out his ankles.
Nice. Very nice.
Nobody, you fence to like, until you want to stop fence, like fighting. And that's kind of the entire point here is too much blood gone.
Clarion, it is your turn.
Oh.
You are at the very least at the edge of the horrible caltrop field.
Yes, but they just dropped the hobgoblin.
Mm-hmm.
We still have stuff, I'm guessing, around the corner.
Probably. That sounds like a reasonable assumption.
So I guess I'm going to spend an action to get into this room.
Uh-huh.
And
You have 5 feet more of move if you wish to use it. 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry. You have 10 more feet of move if you wish to use it.
can I use my wonderful bardic hearing and perception
Yeah.
to see if I could maybe guess by general sound an approximate number of the rest of the goblins?
Yeah, totally. Go ahead and roll that. So you just kind of stop for a second. You're like, everyone shut up. Let me see if I can... Yeah.
That's literally what I would do.
That sounds like a great plan. Go ahead and roll that perception check.
So, perception. You're not gonna... Oh, why did you not roll that right on there? Sometimes it wants the little thing, and sometimes it doesn't want the little thing. And the first roll I did was a 14, and it just didn't roll right.
I hate it when that happens.
It's kind of annoying.
So far, it's the digital equivalent of the die falling off the table.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with either this or a 14, the answer is going to be, you know, there are at least several, but you can't get a definite number.
More than 2, probably less than 50.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I rolled a 1 and then I had a +2, that like I wasn't hearing much. I was mostly hearing my friends still shuffling.
Meepo is going to sort of crawl and again sort of do his sort of crawling between things. He will spend his action to move further, and he'll peek his head out, and this goblin down here will take his action that was, what's it called, held. And it's going to... but Meepo's going to have full cover because he's just literally just peeking his head across. So this is going to be a -5. Let's see. And it gets a 1. Absolutely. Just so it... Meepo like pokes his head over, and the goblin gets so startled, pulls its bow back, and the bowstring snaps in its hand.
Nice.
So it no longer has a bow.
I was going to suggest and its arrow hits the hobgoblin.
Absolutely ridiculous. No, it doesn't even manage to get off the arrow. The arrow just drops harmlessly to the floor. Okay, so Meepo will end his move there, and Goblin 3 will be revealed. For those of you who are able to see it. Moving on. Okay, so now I guess this goblin is going to see the hated kobold and charge forward. And will make a regular attack on Meepo.
No.
Does Meepo still have full cover?
No, at this point they're fighting in an open door, and I'll give them both no cover against each other. So they'll each be able to attack freely. This is with a scimitar.
Oof.
And yeah, gives him a pretty nasty cut. So almost as though it knew that it was being humiliated because it broke its bow, and it's like, wait, nobody saw that? Wait, shit, those goblins saw that. It draws its sword in a show of bravado, because you can hear when the bow snaps, you can hear goblin laughter coming from the other room. It immediately it's just a whole chorus of So he draws his scimitar, he charges forward, he cuts Meepo good across the chest, and we are moving on to Echo.
Echo. All right. So I just saw Meepo take a sword to the chest.
Yes.
If I can't see the goblin, I assume someone's right there.
Absolutely correct.
Okay. I am... Oh, where's the thing? Where's the thing about shoving? So if I move up behind Meepo, and I grab Meepo and try to shove him behind me, I'm okay with using my action to do this. Can I swap spaces with Meepo?
Yes, it will take an action to do, but I'm 100% okay with it.
So yeah, I go behind him, I grab him, and I basically put him in my square, and I stand
And
in the square.
this is a thing this is a ruling I'm making in the spur of the moment because I honestly don't remember which it is, and this is just the ruling I'm making. So you're gonna go there, you're gonna go there. I'm pretty sure that movement that isn't your choice does not trigger opportunity attacks. I'm
Forced
pretty
movement
sure.
does not trigger attacks of opportunity.
So Meeple gets pulled back. You go forward. But yes, that will be the end of your turn unless you have a bonus.
I do have a bonus.
Yes.
But I'm one, do I recognize this goblin now that I see him?
You have carte blanche going forward to make up names and tell them things about themselves as you cut them down.
All right. All right. So I'll move Meeple behind me, stand in front, and go like, "Hello. I think it's time that I pay you back for some of that bullshit you put me through." And I'm just going to, I'm gonna do it. Bonus action, spend my last key point, and do patient defense.
Patient defense. What's that do?
I take the dodge action.
You dodge. Okay, cool. Dodge. Okay.
So all attacks on me have disadvantage.
Hyacinth.
I can't see the goblin on the map.
Can you not?
Visually, but I definitely saw the sword come through the doorway.
Yes. I'm gonna give you since you're going around a corner, and there's a friend. I'm gonna give it the full -5. It's really awkward. Everybody's really kind of bunched up at the moment.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a -5, but if I do hit it, then I get sneak attack.
Yes.
Okay, that's worth it.
I mean, yeah.
This is fine. If this goes well, it'll be hilarious, and if it goes badly, it'll also be hilarious.
And you might be dead.
Hey, that's a hit. Well done.
All right, I'm gonna do so much murder,
Like
and then another 5.
Like the crack of the door on the hinge side is where it comes from.
So, Hyacinth, what does this look like, M? Because yes, you absolutely drop this goblin, who is again focused on the goblin in front of it. So how are you taking advantage of the situation?
Let's see. I'm gonna say when Echo falls down into like a defensive stance, I'm just gonna, I think, because Echo's shorter than I am, right? You're small.
I'm
This is just going like right over and down. I'm aiming basically for, and I hate to say this, the eye, but
Who here has seen Terminator 2?
I have it specifically because of that scene.
I grew up in the 90s, yes. And yeah, that scene was pretty rough. All right, let's move on. Up
or
next.
You want to move now, Hyacinth.
Oh yeah, you do have a move, Hyacinth, if you wanna use it.
Oh, I'll wait. I feel like I've been getting a lot of the kills, and I feel like, somebody said that they wanted to tank.
Well, and somebody
I suppose I deserve that.
Calder, speaking of deserving things, it's your turn.
Well, I'm going here than here.
Yep.
I'm just trying to think like what's the best use of my time because I know there's goblins around that corner.
No, there aren't any more goblins. You totally
Why
got
would there
them
be
all. It's
goblins
fine.
around the corner?
It's fine. You got them all. No worries.
I can't see them, so I can't use any of those.
Take all the stress out of your day. It's just a goblin.
I'll ask. I'll peek my head over at Echo. What's the goblin word for retreat?
I tell you.
Yep.
I'm going to do my bet. I'm going to make a phantom sound that sounds roughly hobgoblin-ish, shouting the word retreat, trying to make it sound scared.
Awesome. You don't actually speak goblin, right?
No, but I can make noises that I've heard.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and give you I'll give you an intimidation check with a -2. Hobgoblins tend to rule through fear.
All right, intimidation skills. That's what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Only records which I own can be shared. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing.
Yeah, that took me a long time to get past.
So the match is 13.
Okay, well, I will decide on their turn what they do. So that is movement and spell.
The source of the noise is just around the blind corner.
Just around the blind corner? Okay, cool. I'm gonna just make a random intelligence check. It fails utterly. Utterly. So one goblin is going to do a thing that you can't see.
Nice.
And it's Clarion's turn.
All right. So
You did, by the way, just save yourself a held attack. So well done.
Well, it's I'm thinking that like when we get an opportunity for some downtime and whatnot, I need to start the process of warning Goblinoid.
Absolutely.
Warning Goblin.
So what do you got, Clarion?
can I make it there?
It's 20 feet. So
Yeah, that looks good to me.
Still can't see anybody, but
Actually, give me a perception check. This one will not cost you an action.
perception. How about you roll correctly this time?
Yeah. You, as you get up, are pretty sure there's a goblin right around the corner waiting to bash you in the noggin.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and make it visible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you come forward, you stop for a moment, you're pretty sure there's a goblin right over there ready to just stab the crap out of you the moment you get into its field of view. Ariana, thank you for being here. Make sure to check out the VOD afterwards.
Do I have any more movement, or is that it?
How many? That was 20 feet, I think. You still have 10 more feet of movement to go.
Oh, then that's just enough. I'm going to go this way, and my plan is with that motion, I'm just kind of like, and I'm basically kind of letting my back go against the wall area and letting myself kind of turn around.
Every now and then.
Kabam.
Yes, so it will go ahead and take its held action, but because you knew it was there and you're prepared for it, I will give you the cover of the corner. So it'll take a -2 and attack you with its scimitar, which is how cool people pronounce it.
Scimitar.
You mean how normal people pronounce it?
I believe it's pronounced scimitar.
Scimitar.
All of you. And it utterly fails. So yeah, you're able to block the incoming scimitar with
Block nothing. I just kind of dodge out of the
Why do you
way.
have to keep
Absolutely.
making it work?
Fantastic athletic body.
Okay, and now, as unfortunately for you, as you come into this room and finish your motion, you are setting off two more held actions. Goblin there.
Fun.
Goblin there will each shoot at you with their short bows.
You know, one of us was going to be doing the stupid thing. It was my turn. Always.
The first one will
Whacked me.
Yeah.
Good. I don't have that many hit points left.
And you will drop to the ground.
Great. I didn't even get a chance to hit him.
The second one is still making its attack.
Oh, am I going to die? This is going to be a
We
ignominious
can't
end.
lose.
Attacking a
Can't
down
lose,
person.
Clarion.
Attacking a down person doesn't necessarily kill them. It just
No.
creates it just makes them
If
auto
they
fail a
hit.
death save.
Yeah, if they hit. They still have to beat your AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the second arrow manages to lodge somewhere in your clothing or in your armor. So you drop, you fall unconscious, but the second arrow does not connect. It is Meepo's turn. Meepo hears that there's something going on. Clarion drops. Meepo goes no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meepo will go ahead and take a dagger attack against this goblin with a -2 and doesn't get advantage because Clarion is unconscious, unfortunately. So I'll give the cover. Attack with the dagger.
So hard
Meepo!
to drink that
Meepo is unable to connect with the dagger.
No.
Okay, so Goblin comes out. 2, 3, 4. Gonna step over Hyacinth.
Does he
You
think
mean
I'm sorry,
Clarion?
Clarion. Yes, that's absolutely right.
Oh,
And is
Clarion,
that's
yeah.
so close.
and is going to take an attack on Meepo. Meepo, it will crit.
Oh!
No. No. No, don't crit me, Bo.
And Meepo will fall.
Good call on not.
Rob, you can't do this.
Goblin, there's another enemy over there, and since some of you can see it, there is a goblin over there that will just go ahead and take another or hold another action.
No, not me, Bo.
You hear from from the room to the west over there, the lower west. You hear from the room, "I can help. Free me, I can help you." And we will move on to Echo. It is your turn.
Interesting.
Okay. So I have to double check an ability real quick. Where is it?
Rob, I'm taking back your kind and benevolent DM pen.
The dice.
You thought he
The
was
dice.
kind and benevolent?
Start of your next turn. Okay.
That's.
It was a whole
I've been called
moment
a lot
there.
of things as a GM, but neither of those have been among them.
5, 10, 15. What do I see?
You see two
Down
of your
Meepo.
friends on the ground, and you can see that there are two goblins standing side by side.
I'ma just scream in Goblin. You
What?
die today.
Yes.
And
Today.
then I'm gonna move on over there.
So that is like a target practice. It's like one of those big targets. But you are able to Yoda your way up on top of the thing, no problem. And what is the rest of your action?
Let's go in with that spear.
Did you just use Yoda as a verb?
Yes, I did, and I'm not sorry about it.
Hey, we've been chairing and detabling things for long enough. You can Yoda something now.
Oh, no. Versatile, two-handed. Here we go.
Oh, that was so
Oh,
almost a 1. That was so almost a 1. Yes, you absolutely deal a good solid amount of damage with that spear of yours.
Bonus action, do it again.
Do it
My normal
again.
monk bonus action.
And you hit. And it drops.
Thank God.
And I'm
Thank
gonna move.
all the gods.
I'm gonna move forward.
And you
To
do
the
have
south
5
of
feet
it.
of motion left that you can move forward with. Yes. Okay. That's Echo. There's a goblin right there that just saw that and is like, well, we took these two. We can handle one more goblin. It snarls, "Who are you?" and attempts to attack with its scimitar.
Wait, this goblin doesn't know who you is.
And it hits for 7 points of damage. So it's like, "Who in the blue hell are you?" And it goes to you start to say what your name is, and it goes, "It doesn't matter what your name is," and stabs you. Yeah, I just made that reference. I just made a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson circa 1995 WWE reference. It's Hyacinth's turn.
Wow, okay. How am I supposed to follow that shit? Okay, I'm gonna move up to, like, where Meepo is, I
Yes,
guess?
you can. If Meepo is prone, you can absolutely occupy the same space.
Okay. And I'm gonna stab this goblin.
Awesome. You take a -2 for the
Um,
corner.
You can
Minus
move
2 for the
through.
corner. Do I get sneak attack?
Yes, because
I'm threatening.
yeah, exactly. You do hit. Again, with that rapier, you are on fire every time. Every time what's been happening is Echo has been jumping in, taking all of the attention, throwing a couple of attacks out, and Hyacinth is just kind of darting in the rapier here and there just when it needs to be, or just when the timing is perfect. And that drops it. Yeah, absolutely.
The old 1-2.
It's almost like I'm playing a rogue.
With the sneak attack damage, you absolutely drop it. So again, it's like they're trying to dodge almost one goblin that has two weapons, because like Hyacinth is so perfectly in tune that the moment Echo is out of the way, the blade is already there. So that's all good. We're still going.
I have no healing abilities, though.
Again, you hear, "Help! Get me out of here!"
In common?
Can I?
In common, yes.
Hey, before we scoot on, can
Yes.
I use my bonus action to dash?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to.
Oh, that's open.
I'm gonna move to the other side of Calder.
Sure.
Okay, so and now I can see this goblin 4 over here.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Calder, talk to me.
Is it an action to open the door?
No, the door is open.
What about
And in
nothing's
fact,
happening?
you will see a couple of things as you look in. One moment. Showing some NPCs. As you look in the door, there are in the bottom corner 3 kobold prisoners that are in chains, and on the far side of the room, you see. One moment.
Baby dragon.
No, it's a gnome in a cage.
Okay.
And I am going to grab that really quick.
Ooh, fun.
You know, just
Gnome
your
in a
standard.
cage.
Thank you,
Gnome in a
Wolfie Harvell. Thank you for your follow. I appreciate you very, very much. Here is the image, friends. I am sharing
Oh, I like
it.
that. Kistral.
Oh.
Echo uses the special attack Stick Hyacinth. It's very effective.
So, Calder, you notice this gnome who is trapped in a cage that is clearly too small for it. Like his leg is sticking out. He does appear to be in relatively good health despite his condition. Like in your first glance, he doesn't look to be wounded or sick or anything. Yeah, as I said, there are 3 kobolds in the southern area of the room as well. He says, "I can help you. I'm a healer. Get me out of here." Appealing directly to the gamer in you. So what's up?
Well, based on like the cage, does it look like it's just it's just a cage with the door shoved against the rock?
No, there is a crude like cage with a lock on it.
In that case, I'm not gonna. I won't change my focus from the last goblin just yet.
Makes sense.
So yeah, frostbite it is.
Frostbite it is indeed. Wow, I have been rolling really well on these saving throws, specifically on frostbite.
Exact seasons.
Yeah.
So it's like, sure, I may as well not be a thing this game. It's okay.
This goblin will exit combat because it was told to retreat, and by gum, it is going to retreat. Clarion fails a death save.
No.
What?
Meepo.
No.
Meepo succeeds his first death save.
Somebody better save me.
This goblin here is going to take a shot at Calder with its short bow. It will natural 20.
Sure.
And it'll deal some damage.
Hey,
So it'll
tank.
thunk like an arrow directly into your chest, and then it will take a bonus action to disengage essentially, and it will back up and into this room. So it takes the shot and then it retreats. and the scene goes calm for the time being.
Calder will stagger into the room to free
Wait,
that.
hold on.
To
Hold
free
on.
the.
Holding on.
We're doing initiative. I
Yeah.
have a healing potion.
Let's keep going through at least till the end of the round. Echo, it's your turn.
I'll kneel down, pull out the cork, and shove the healing potion down Clarion's throat.
I am generally okay with that working automatically without a medicine check, because I'm not that bad or that horrible of a DM. So yes, go ahead and apply the healing effect.
All right. So that'll just be. This is the amount.
Okay, so that's 5 points of healing for Clarion. And Clarion is no longer unconscious.
And then I will.
So I'll go
move
ahead and
up
change that
here
effect.
That was stupid.
to provide cover. And I'll as Clarion is like coming to, I'll just, as I'm getting up, I'll say, Meepo needs to get help as I run past. Meepo
Makes
needs
sense.
help.
Meepo needs help. Up next, it is Hyacinth.
Okay, so Clarion's getting up. I'm assuming Meepo will be handled. Calder's bleeding. That's new. I'm gonna go into the room to see what there was, like things to help or people to help in here.
Yes, you see the gnome on the far wall, and you see 3 kobold prisoners shackled together in the southern area of that room.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the gnome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna zoom over there, and so that's my movement.
As you do, he's going to go ahead and take an action that was held. He is going to cast a spell. And he is, as you come forward, he puts out his hand to you, and his hand is glowing with white light.
Okay.
Are you allowing him to touch you?
You know what? Can I make an insight check or something?
You are welcome to make an insight check, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, me and my tiny insight.
Seems legit to me. He's offering me strange random magic. What's the worst that could happen? Sure.
I'm gonna go up to the cage to like try to unlock it anyways, and if he ends up touching me during it, so be it.
He will heal 8 points of damage with his Cure Wounds spell.
Oh, fantastic.
And I'm going to go ahead and put him into the initiative now. Oh, he is in the initiative now. Nice.
Then I try to unlock the cage as my standard action.
Use your Thieves' Tool proficiency. Yeah, you're able to pop it open, and it's not a difficult lock. Like you just kind of try to put the turning tool in, and it just snaps open, no problem. And the gnome gets up and kind of like, oh, thank you. I was only able to stay alive because of my magic. Same with them.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to move over to the kobolds.
Okie dokie. Yay, rogues.
Yep.
The kobold prisoners kind of shy away from you. Actually, they don't seem to be what's the word? Trusting. But of course, they can't really do anything other than that. So the gnome will just go ahead and sort of dust himself off and start walking forward, and he'll look up at Calder and Claire and Hyacinth and go, "My, you're a tall one." Up next, we're just gonna pretend I didn't make that joke. Calder, it's your turn.
No, we'll never not pretend. That was a great joke. I love it.
I missed it, so
I'll walk into the room mostly to get a view of all the kobolds and see where is the common point where they're all shackled. And
at this point, I'm going to go ahead and say we can exit rounds because the goblins are not pursuing you at this time. So yeah, the shackles are also they're now that you look closer, they're rope and leather. They're easy enough to cut off.
Dagger, start
no problem.
Start.
Meepo is still unconscious, unfortunately.
If
Clarion is not, so don't worry about that. But
if Clarion's not moving towards Meepo, I will.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
Clarion apparently
probably we
succeeded her
probably
death
wind
save.
up both at the same time. Do you have another healing potion, or
No, but I have a decent medicine.
I have medicine? I've got that healing potion. I am out of my spell slot, so let's do the healing potion on Meepo.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that beautiful damage
All right, how do
undoing
I
footage.
roll the
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, you can just pick up a D4 and then right click while you're holding it to get a second D4, and we can just add it like that. That's totally fine. Yeah, so you'll heal 7. So Meepo will stand up in and that sort of look of confusion that comes from being unconscious and then being conscious again is a look that is becoming very familiar on Meepo's face.
Well, I mean, how many times has Meepo gone down? One?
Twice this session.
Twice? There's so many.
Twice this session.
Twice this session and once the session before. So
I am going to go ahead and say, since we are 2.5 hours into our stream already, I'm going to say that this. Hold on. Scenes chat. There we go. Okay, friends. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. I will have some music playing over the course of the break, and I will set a timer. It'll be a little bit more than 10 minutes, and that will be that. We'll come right back in. We will do some more of this. Before we go, and in fact, I'm going to jump back onto the table really quick. When Meepo awakens, he will volunteer to take the kobolds who won't trust anybody but him back to the kobold den and then return to you.
Okay.
That's fine. I will make it clear to the kobolds that were rescued that Meepo is the reason they are rescued.
Yes. That sounds good to me.
So that they know and will tell other kobolds.
And in fact, something that I want to talk about to chat really quick. Chat. So there are 4 potential rewards that Yustral has available for player characters. Okay? There are a couple of scrolls, there is a feather token, and there is the key to the dragon door. I am going to be asking when we come back, on a poll, I'm going to be asking you all to choose which reward Yustral will give Meepo to give back to the player characters as a reward for killing these goblins and rescuing these prisoners. And I am even willing, if folks are willing to give me some bits, I'm willing to even make it a couple, maybe 2 or maybe 3 of those possible items, depending on if some bits are donated. So I'm going to go ahead and set the break. And when I come back, we're going to start with that poll. I hope you're all having a great time so far. And I will see you all in just a few minutes.
Yes.